Today, I'm speaking to someone who is exhausted, who thinks they want to give up, who's confused, they just don't know what to do. Nothing is working out, nothing seems to feel right. I'm speaking to someone who's a pure soul, who's confident, who's loving, who's caring, and has a high vibrational energy. But somehow, some way down the line, the world got to him or her. I want to speak to you because I have been in the same place and I can relate. Many years ago, I was at a point of giving up because nothing seemed interesting anymore. Everything felt like it lost its life, it's lost a certain interest. Everything was just so boring. Nothing seemed to hold my interest, or nothing seemed to give me life or give me the energy to keep going. I was exhausted at literally point zero. My energy was at zero, but I was still able to drag myself. And I want to tell you that we are born for a reason, and believe it or not, we've already come here with a plan. You see, nothing in the universe happens without a plan, which means your birth is not random. You chose to be here as a soul, you chose to integrate with your human body, you chose to be born in a certain place through certain parents. It was for a reason, and that reason must be hard to digest for your human self because sometimes the mission that your soul takes, embarks on rather, that mission becomes really difficult and heavy for the human in you. And in times like these, we feel like we cannot go on. We feel like we are done. And in that moment, we feel like everything is done. We have reached a dead end and there's nothing beyond that. But trust me, the dead end you feel, it's actually a crossroad that you can't see yet because your body needs rest. You need rest, and the world has become so exhausting, filled with data, filled with information that you're constantly downloading, constantly viewing and listening to, that your brain is overconsumed. It's overloaded. I have been there and I can relate to this feeling. It sometimes feels like nobody in the world, nobody in the fucking world can understand you. They don't know how it feels, they don't know what you're going through, but trust me, there are people out there who are going through the exact same thing as you, who are feeling the exact same emotions as you, and who are also thinking that nobody understands them. It's funny because we are so connected, each and every one of us. We go through the same things, but we are never able to communicate with each other because of the mental fog, because of the blockage in communication that happens, because of how the world teaches us that it's not safe to communicate your feelings, that you cannot trust anyone. This lack of trust is actually not with other people, it's within yourself. You don't trust yourself enough to communicate and express what you're feeling. because you don't feel secure. There is a proper imbalance between the energies that we embody. We are born with like every tool necessary, a body and a mind and a soul, all of it comes together and forms like a perfect vessel for a spirit to carry out the soul mission. But we never think about all these things too deeply because we are so occupied with what the world is saying, because it's noisy. It's noisy here. It is dense, it is dark, it is it's always moving, and it consumes us. It takes us with it, like there is a constant storm around us. It's chaotic and we get caught up in it. A lot of us get caught up in it, and our parents and our ancestors, they were also caught up in it, but they made mistakes. They made certain mistakes, which is natural in the process of evolution. When the human when the human race decides when the human race decides to embark on a journey of evolution, what happens is we heal through mistakes, we heal through understanding and trial and errors and uncovering truth and uncovering um, various areas of our consciousness. And our ancestors were the ones who, started this journey, and we should be so grateful that they did. Because of them, now we have the knowledge and now we have the wisdom and also the magic that was handed down to us. But it is so energetic and so spiritual that it almost becomes like a faded concept for us, because nobody teaches us this, nobody tells us what to do, nobody really cares about the energetic stuff anymore because it's invisible. And the world, the materialistic world around us, tries to confuse us through our senses, through our five senses. And since it's an integration of the human body, soul, mind, heart, even a slightest amount or even a slightest uh, misconception or confusion in the senses we have, that throws us off the balance. So it is important for us to stay grounded, to take some time off, and to stay aloof a little bit whenever possible, to rest our bodies, because constantly getting trapped in the chaotic storm of this world, in the energetic whirlwind, constantly getting trapped and caught in that leads you to feel depressed and confused, and of course it leads to exhaustion of your mental energy, and eventually your spiritual energy, which is your life force. I was really stuck in this loop for a long time where I had creative blockages, communication blockages. I couldn't perceive anything. I had very uh, you know low quality discernment. I couldn't discern between the information because of how deeply attached and stuck I was in the whirlwind, in the chaotic whirlwind of this world and information. And as I began to be on my own a little bit, I began to cut off people. I know it was harsh of me to do that, but it was so necessary for my own spiritual health because of how sensitive I am to energy. And I know there are people out there, you know, men and women, boys and girls, and who are confused, who do not understand what's happening with them. Sometimes you absorb other people's emotions and you keep dealing with it. If you unexpectedly feel fear, or you're unexpectedly uh, feel like going through emotions that you don't understand, that you cannot unravel, it's probably because you have absorbed it from someplace else, from somebody else. Maybe through sex, maybe through a place, maybe through a conversation, but you absorbed certain energy that are not even yours. Do you see how unfair that is to you? Do you see how it makes me it makes me feel frustrated because we don't deserve this. We don't deserve to embody other people's emotions because we are our own person. We are whole, we are complete, we have our own dreams and desires. We have a heart that beats for us. We have a mind that is waiting to create something, and it's beautiful. We are born to experience this life through heaven, not through hell. Both heaven and hell are on earth. It's the way you feel it. You feel depressed, you're in hell. You feel happy and you feel pleasure, you feel satisfied, you're in heaven. The only world that is beyond our world, outside the earth, is the spirit world, which is massive. But the heaven and hell that we talk about are right here on earth, and they are existing through the way we feel. So if you're in hell, okay, it sounds a little bit harsh because they have glorified, not glorified, but they have literally painted a, you know, painted a false picture of hell. Hell is not supposed to be an a place that somewhere else. It is like within you, in your mind. So it's our job, it's our duty towards ourselves and towards the people who love you and whom you love. It's our duty to take care of ourselves first, to protect ourselves first. Protection, protection, protection. Very, very important. Because if you want to experience heaven on earth, if you want to rise to the high vibrational frequencies which are within your reach, there are things that you must do. There are measures that you must take, and these are the most natural measures that you could ever take for your body. Sleeping whenever you feel exhausted, believing that you will be provided even if you don't work 12 hours a day, believing in the universe, having faith that you are taken care of. Okay, this this faith and this positive belief that we have been stripped of, right? We have been robbed from this belief that keeps us secure, that makes us feel safe, because there is a world down there, in frequency wise, that needs your life force energy. They will suck your energy out of you because it benefits them. There are systems, governments, I don't know, organizations that are, running some kind of projects that is fueled by life force energy, and the life force energy they get are usually from the unprotected pure souls like you and me. And ever since I was down there, at that low frequency, and I realized that this is my energy, okay? This is me, this is who I am, and I do not give my energy freely. I do not give myself, I do not put myself on display. I am sacred, I am holy, and hence I feel protected. This kind of thought and this kind of belief was never even occurred to me as I was growing up. I always I always had this unexplained fear that something bad was going to happen to me, that I was unsafe, that I was, I wasn't secure. Honestly, come on. Literally, we are the sons and daughters of Mother Gaia, Mother Earth, who is abundant herself. We have everything we need. We have everything we need. We are provided with literally everything. Okay, even in the modern world, all you have to do is have the belief that you have been taken care of, is have the belief and have the faith that the universe carries you in its arms like a baby and takes you from point A to point B to point C till the end of your time. It is the belief that we have been stolen away from, because that belief keeps us protected, keeps our energy in a sacred place, and that cannot be exploited by the systems that are absolutely evil based, negative systems, negative energies. Everything is right here, and it's like a low vibrational world and a high vibrational world. And the journey from the low vibrational world to the high vibrational world, the top, that journey you must take. You must start your journey. Nothing stops you, nobody stops you. Those energies we talk about, those energies, the negative evil forces, they have no power over you. They are powerless. The only tactic or strategy they use is manipulation, is feeding your mind with information, is telling you things. They use communication in the most negative way. Communication, and they exploit your senses. They tell you that this is not who you are and you are meant to be here. You cannot escape this. They have no real power over you. It is the voices. It's like an invisible prison that they create through their communication. Do you see what I mean? It is the invisible prison that keeps you stuck. If you choose to get up, take a step forward, you will realize that there is no prison at all. It is in your mind, because that's how powerful your mind is, and that is why it is exploited to the maximum through information and communication. You can get up and you can start walking. You can start your journey. Start your journey towards enlightenment, towards your own self. Once you start your journey, you will realize that you're actually coming back home to yourself, because all of us, every human being born, is a being of love and light and innocence. They belong in heaven. You are a permanent resident of heaven, and your home awaits you. You have abandoned your home because you are a victim to manipulation and to mental prison that doesn't even exist. It's not even real. It doesn't even have a real power over you. You are materialistically real. You are realistic, right? You exist. You are flesh and bones and heart and blood and soul. You have the power. If you choose to use your voice and if you choose to yell, okay, if you choose to even yell for like 5 seconds, every negative entity, every negative energy will run away from you like they're scared of your voice. This is how it works. And because you're not using your power, because you're not yelling, and I don't mean in a violent way, but in a way that repels, in a way that sends evil back to its hole, in a way that sends these negative energies back to where they belong. Use your voice, use your communication to protect your energy, to protect yourself, because you are real. Your blockages aren't real, your prison is not real. This is the truth. The truth is always hard to listen to. The truth is always, it's always bitter, but bitter is good. Bitter is good. Anything but sugarcoating lie, anything but, gutless thoughts. It's better to have the whole truth than anything else. Truth will set you free. The truth is, you don't want to give up. The voices in your head, they manipulate you to give up. You have the energy, you have the courage, you have the support you need to stand back up and start walking and running and sprinting and flying. You can do it. Do not for a second think that you're alone. How can you be alone when you're connected to the entire human race? How can you be alone when your soul is born from a lineage that has like an army of ancestors? If you're born and you're alive right now, how many people were born for you to be born, and how can you think that you're alone? How do you even have that thought that you are lonely and that nobody understands you? Just because you can't see them, just because you can't sense them, just because you're wrapped up in your own chaos, that doesn't mean that you're alone. That doesn't mean that there's not an army of your ancestors, of your spirit guides standing outside your wrapped up chaos, waiting for you to accept them, or not even accept them, but waiting for you to acknowledge their presence, to believe that they are there for you always. All those times where you were just saved from something, all those times where you were about to fall but you didn't, all those times where you almost lost something but you didn't, you almost you almost got yourself into trouble but you were saved at the right moment. All those times when you had an epiphany, all those times when you had a thought that changed your life, all those times when you felt creative and you created something and you expressed yourself, all those moments were guided and inspired by the spirit guides that stand outside the wrapped up chaos, and they wait for you to love yourself, they wait for you to see them, to look at them and to see and to understand that, bro, you are protected, you are guided. How can you think that an army of ancestors were born just so you can be alive at this moment? And how can you find yourself feeling lonely? Don't you think it is this gutless thought in your mind, installed in your subconscious through the world around you, that doesn't even care about you. This is how we stay stuck in hell, in a low vibrational frequency, in a world that doesn't care about your heart, that doesn't care about your dreams and desires and anything that makes you happy. They only care about the life force energy you carry, and they want to drain you out of it. And once they're done with your life force energy, once they have drained you completely, they move on to the next target. And this is how systems and organizations of hell work. If you find yourself being stuck in there, if you find yourself being in a loop, running in a pattern, running in a circle, nothing ever seems to grow, nothing ever seems like it's working. Even if you try to escape, but it doesn't work. Why? Why? Why do you think it doesn't work? Why do you think nothing is working in your life? Why do you think you feel exhausted? Why do you feel like you're doing the same thing again and again every single day, waking up in the morning, going to the bed, you're doing the same thing and you're exhausted, you're confused, and you don't know what to do, you don't know how to escape? Why do you think this is the situation? Is it your reality or is it your mental prison? It is a journey, not by foot, but by heart. The journey that you decide to take from hell to upwards in heaven is through the heart. It's through the heart. And once you start, you cannot go back. Even if you fall down, even if you get stuck, even if you fall off the wagon again and again, keep getting back on it. Keep walking, keep going, keep moving forward, even if there are demons on the way, even if they scare you, they manipulate you, they hold you back. Keep moving forward towards heaven, the heaven in your heart. That is when you start coming back home to yourself. This means to raise your vibration, through affirmations, through love, through self-care, doing the exact opposite of what toxic people tell you to do, thinking the opposite of what toxic people ask you to think, do the opposite of what people in your chaos ask you to do. Do the opposite. Do not listen to anyone. Listening to other people creates a confusing state of mind that questions your own intuition, because they can't see your soul mission, and even if they do, they can't understand it, and they are not meant to understand it. They can't see your soul, you can't see their soul. Everybody has their own journey. If you feel stuck, make things move, because you are the one who has power. Why do you think we are always the ones who we are the ones who are able to make changes? Because as I said, we are real. Our reality is that our power is alive, our energy is alive, we are alive. What is dead is the past. What is dead is the low vibrational frequency. That's all dead. Whatever is gone, whatever is the past, it's a ghost. And ghosts are energies that lurk around in your subconscious mind. They are not to be taken seriously because they are not real, they are not present. They are ghosts, so they are energies of the past. They only can repeat memories of the past, and hence, if you feel them, if you sense the ghost of your past, you are keeping yourself stuck in the past because that ghost of your past is not conscious, is not conscious enough to be in the present. It's a ghost. I'm talking about the memories. I'm talking about the energies that you have left behind, the people or their memories that you have left behind. All of that that is in the past is a ghost, and that ghost is in your memory, and the memory keeps you stuck in the past physically because your subconscious mind is larger than your conscious mind. If you feel stuck in your subconscious mind, your conscious mind will physically keep you stuck in a place. This is not a science lesson. This is just a genuine talk because it's like 4 o'clock in the morning right now, and I woke up with an an idea in my mind that was like telling me to record this message because somebody out there needs to hear it and needs to know that you were also in the same place once. Believe me, I was. I almost 99.9% was out of this world, was out of this life, almost ended this journey. And it was years ago, and nobody was there around me, and I felt like I'm so alone. Like, there's literally not a fucking person around me right now while I am at my lowest point. It was the lowest of the lowest points of my life, and I stood up and got back on the journey. This is what a power is. Even if you feel like you have hit the rock bottom, or even you have gone beneath the rock bottom, even that feeling is unrealistic. It could feel real, but it's not your reality. Your reality is that you belong in heaven. Heaven has a home for you, and you fell from it, maybe. We all did, our ancestors did, and we are all just balancing out the ledger. We are just setting a new standard for our families, for our lineages, for our bloodlines. We are healing a generational trauma, generational karma, all of that. We are embodying it and we are transmuting it. We are transmuting the darkness into light. We are transmuting negative energies into positive energies. We are purifying our bloodlines, which is why you feel exhausted. You're a hero, bro. I mean, you are a fucking hero of your bloodline. You are a fucking legend. Trust me, you are a legend. And even if you don't see it, there's an army of ancestors who survived to make sure that you are born in the family. And all of them are watching you, taking care of you, guiding you. They are protecting you, even if you can't see it. And most importantly, they are proud of you. They're so proud of you. You have an amazing aura. You have an amazing energy. You have this deeply rooted strength that cannot be messed with. It's about time that you recognize yourself. It's about time that you look at yourself and feel proud for healing, for coming so far. Your ancestors are proud of you. Your family is proud of you. It's about time that you give yourself some credit. And even if you can't see it, tell yourself that you are surrounded by spirit guides that absolutely are in love with you. There are angels and spirit guides and ancestors around you that love you so much, that look at you with so much of cheer and joy. They look at you and they feel so adorable. They look at you and they feel like they're so proud of you and they're cheering you, but they're also a little sad that you can't hear them. When they cheer you and when they tell you that it's all gonna be okay, everything is just fine, you can't hear them. They're sad about that because you're wrapped up in chaos, in a world, in a world that overstimulates your senses. So it's our job to get out of it. It's our job to work on it. We are responsible for our own spiritual health, physical health, mental health. We are responsible for our own bodies because we love our bodies and we love our souls. And this is not just limited to us. When you love yourself, everything around you changes. Everything around you changes. You become an inspiration for other people who cannot love themselves. They look at you and they feel inspired. If you can love yourself and you can be proud of yourself, doesn't matter what you have done and what you have not done in the physical world. In the spiritual world, your spirit has done a lot of work. The amount of work that your spirit has done, you're bound to feel exhausted. And that is where you feel proud of yourself. And somebody out there would look at you and feel inspired. Inspired to keep going. Because you are moving forward and you are not giving up and you are falling off the wagon, but you are still getting back on and still moving forward. That is a source of inspiration for others who watch you or others who look up to you. It doesn't stop with you. You are changing generations. You're changing the future. You are impacting the world in the most beautiful and positive way. And I am so proud of you. Don't ever fucking give up. Don't ever fucking think that you are alone, because you're not. You're protected. Highly, highly protected. Feel deeply grateful, even if it even if it feels like even if it feels like you're doing it forcefully. Just do it. Force yourself to feel grateful. Force yourself to thank for every little thing: the sofa you sit on, the bed you sleep on, the 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 morning cup you drink coffee from, your two legs, your two hands, your brain, everything. Every little thing be thankful for. Like, thank your knees, thank your fucking knees, thank you knees for helping me feel agile. Thank you my tummy, thank you my stomach for digesting all the junk I eat. Thank you my brain for helping me create things that I love creating. Thank you to my water bottle for being there for me whenever I need water. Thank you for the people around me. Thank you for the safety. Every little thing. Why can't you force yourself to feel grateful? You can. If you force yourself to feel worthless, okay, if you force yourself to go into a negative spiral, you can force yourself to go upwards in a positive spiral. And I challenge you to do that from this moment onwards.